Hi there people, what's going on? Ryan Wyatt for High Point Music, and today we're going to cover another Ed Sheeran tune, Thinking Out Loud. So this is another smash hit by Ed Sheeran, and it's got a really awesome old school feel, old school songwriting principles I love about this tune. So what we're going to do, 3 parts we've got to break down to get you guys out there playing along on your guitars, having it sounding awesome. So let's drop this intro and then get into the lesson. Alright, so before we get into our lesson today, I did an earlier video when we first kicked off the channel a few months back on Ed Sheeran, the actual rhythmic and the chord change principles he uses behind this one. So if you can look past me being really awkward and petrified in front of a camera and being one of the first videos that we've ever done here, there's some really awesome information, particularly for singer-songwriters out there, being able to get the feel across that is in this tune. So check, I'll put the link in the description below. But first, let's jump in and start breaking down this progression here. We've got Alright, so our chord progression there is a D major as our first voicing. So if you're not familiar with that one, we've got our first finger on the 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd finger's on the 3rd fret on the B string, and then the F sharp, which is your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the E string. So those 4 strings like that, moving into our 2nd chord, which is our D sus over F sharp. The thing with this one, people, is we're not going to play the E string here. We've just got our first finger on the F sharp up top on the 2nd fret. 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret on the G string again, and our 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret on the B string. And with this one, people, we got the F sharp, the D, the G, and the B, just like that. So those ones there with our finger picking. All right, 3rd voicing we've got is just a straight G major, like this one. So first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, like that. 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, I should say, on the E string. Then we've got 3 and 4, so 3rd finger's on the 3rd fret on the B, 4th finger's on the 3rd fret on the E string, like that, and all the way through there. And then the last voicing, people, is our A major, like that. So you can either play it like that, which is 1, 2, 3 on the D, the G, and the B, or like that, which is 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the D, 1st on the 2nd on the G, and the 3rd is on the 2nd on the B, like that. What we've got, looking in here, we've got our thumb hitting the D string in the bass, so 1. And what I'm doing on the 2nd beat, or the 2nd lot of notes we're playing, is the G, the B, and the E strings being pulled up with my fingers like that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, that's it, 1, 2. And then if you haven't picked up there, putting that little percussive hit just on the guitar. So those 3 together, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then what we do, people, move to our D sus over F sharp, and then what we're doing is hitting the E string, the D, the G, and the B, like that. So we go 1, 2, hit, and hitting those notes there. So I'll do it really slow, 1, 2, hit, and then, and again, so 1, 2, hit, and then there. So the E, the D, the G, and the B, like that. All right, let's push further with that. So 1, 2, bass chord. So bass chord, so bass, chord hit, chord, bass chord, like that. So that's the first half of the chord progression there. So what I like to do is a little strum on the strings here. So bass, like that. So I'm hitting my fingers across the chord like that. So, but on the second one, I'm just strumming over the bass structure of the chord. So 1, 2, hit like that. And then onto our A major where we go, and we just do 2 strums on that. So it's 1, 2, 3, A. So 2, 3, 4, G, A, 2, 3, 4, G, A, 2, 3, 4. So let's put all that together, people. So sounding just like that. So you'd pick up watching Ed Sheeran play it live that there's lots of variation, there's a cool little amount of improvisation that he uses just to flutter in between those voicings to give it more of a live, organic feel as he gets through it. But if you are, put this one together as if you're coming from the position of someone who's just looking to get started, and if you are at that intermediate, more advanced level, you're going to know all those little tricks and bits and pieces to dress up those chord voicings as it is, so you can just easily add those in. Alright people, so once you've mastered that, got that sounding really good, second progression is the pre-chorus section. Alright, so breaking this one down, we go 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a on the G major, change to our A major, and we go 1, 2, hit like that. So that's 1, 2, hit, and straight into the D major, 2, 3, 4, so 2 times there, and again we go 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, hit, D major, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, hit, D major, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the last one here, people, which is the 4th time we play through this progression, we go A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and cut it off. So what that A7 voicing is there is our first finger on the 2nd fret on the D string like that, open G, and then we've got our 2nd finger playing the C sharp on the B string, which is the 2nd fret. So let's recap that progression there one more time for you all out there. So G major, we go 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. D, 2, 3, 4, once more. So 1, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, 4. Last one here with the A7. 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So that cuts us off and leads us right back into the chorus progression, which is quite simply the verse progression that we've already covered. So once you get the hang of that pre-chorus section, we've got the bulk of the tune done. When that leads us now getting into part 3, which is this section here, which what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to give you the melody note on top, because if you are playing this particularly with a singer in a live setting, it's very, very cool to be able to just cue the singer or the vocalist with the top of the melody note in a lot of your chord changes, if you can keep an eye on that, if you're reading charts. So this is going to help us cover that. So we go. Also with this one, I'll probably put a chord solo together for this one as well, so if you're interested in checking that one out, make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for that one coming up. So the first voicing we've got is just our straight D major, which we're playing through like that, and then we go to an A major, so it's D, A, B minor like that. That's how I'm playing it. So it's the first finger on the 2nd fret like that, play with my 3rd finger like that on the 3rd fret on the B string, and just the middle 4 strings. So it's D, A, B minor like that. And then the next voicing I like to play is a G major 9. So what I do there is I actually finger pick this one. So I've got my second finger on top on the 3rd fret, first finger is on the 2nd fret on the G string like that, and I'm picking the E, the D, the G string and the B, and that gives us a really nice G major 9 voicing like that. So what I've got so far is D, A, B minor, G major 9. And the next little thing I like to do is I go back to a D sus voicing, which I'm just playing these 3 strings here. So leaving off the sus 9 there and going. And I'm just dropping into the C sharp there to give that really nice flavor there. So that's all we're doing there. So if we recap all that, people, we got D major, A major, all the way through to the bottom, B minor, to the B string, to the G major 9 like that. And then once we've done that into the D's here, just hitting those 3 strings. And then to be able to loop that around, the little melodic pickup that the vocalist is singing is, so you're keeping your 3rd finger here and then hitting the open E string underneathwards. Cool, so there's some really nice voicings. You can just take your time, practice it up, and then once you've gone through it slowly, get to know it, you'll have it sounding awesome in no time at all. So that's all you need to be able to play Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud, people. Practice that one up, have a heap of fun with that one. If you would like to show your support for the channel, make sure you smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons to what we're doing. If you also want to support us in pumping out more content for you, or you can throw us a donation by the PayPal donate function, either in the description below or on our website. If you'd like to work with me in a one-on-one capacity with any challenges you're facing on the instrument, the best way to do that and the quickest way is to book a tailored 8-week video program. That way we can look at your challenges and come up with a personalized plan to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. As I said, people, probably putting a chord solid together for this one, so make sure you subscribe and keep an eye out for that one. Practice it up, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.